Oh, hey, good morning. How are you? I'm just trying to get some work done before the next adventure. I actually just had a little bit of a whirlwind trip. I was in downtown Toronto, Calgary, Winnipeg, Grand Prairie, all within the span of, 10 or so days. After all that travel for work, I was kind of thinking, you know what? It's time to do something for me and decompress and kind of relax after all that. An opportunity did pop up for me to be able to take a little bit of time off work and go visit some friends in the Okanagan area. So the game plan is to head out on the north side, go through Jasper and kind of hang out in the Valemount area, try and find some crown land there. The idea, just kind of find a cool spot, somewhere that I can kind of relax for the evening after work, break up the trip a little bit, and then head down and meet my friends in the kind of Kelowna area. If you've never been, it's absolutely beautiful. And I think what I'm most looking forward to is maybe a break from all the rain. Edmonton has had quite a bit of rain recently, so I would love to be able to see the sun and enjoy all the beautiful lakes and scenery that's out there. Hopefully do a little bit of hiking as well. The friends that I'm meeting up with, they're also pretty avid car campers. They are camera shy though, so I probably won't be doing much filming with them around. So what I'm gonna do for today is get a little bit more work done here before getting on the road. Obviously, we gotta drink our coffee because you know that is the good stuff. So I'm excited that you're coming along, and we'll see you out there. Well, that was a drive. We made it to a site. I don't think it's necessarily the best thing in the entire world, but it is a beautiful lake. There are mountains, and it seems like I should be okay to be alone for the evening. The other side of the lake looks to be the popular side. I'll give you a quick tour. Well, if you can't tell, the tarp is up, and it's not because I'm trying to escape the sun. Another one of rain. That's okay though. Maybe there'll be sunnier days in the next week or so. I did set that up. The forecast was saying the next 2 hours or so are supposed to be kind of wet. Then it's supposed to clear up a little bit and then potentially raining again overnight. So I'd rather only the tarp get wet and nothing else. But I'm going to open a book and enjoy the sounds of rain trickling on the tarp yet again. Well, Mother Nature has seemed to be nice to me today and didn't rain too much, and it's not quite cleared up, but it isn't as ugly as it was. So I figured I'd go for a little walk right now and check out the area, see what's out here. It is just so beautiful out here. Wow. And you know what's crazy is there's nobody out here. I think I can confidently say I'd get stuck in that. There's some tire marks in here. It looks like something's been down here at some point. can see the remnants of a little bit of a fire pit here as well. Well, that's not a bad spot for a fire pit. Pretty good view here of the lake. If only my car was a bit more capable. You know, speaking of capable vehicles, I'm actually quite happy with the way that mine's worked out. If I can be completely honest, I never bought it with the intention of it being, you know, an overland, or as I think I'm going to start calling it, a faux verland vehicle. It was supposed to be my daily driver for work, and life hit me and I ended up moving out to Alberta, and you know, you got to use what you got. Yeah, it's been really good to me so far. I actually just put some new shoes on it. I'd read about the Falcon AT trails, and I used to have just kind of the stock Continentals that came with it, and this is the first trip with them on. And you know, the couple roads that I've gone down so far, it's handled it like a champ. All the people who recommended it, not to me specifically, but online, so far so good. Quite happy with how they performed on the dirt roads and going into the bush a bit today. And you know, the CRV is probably more known to be a grocery getter, you know, your little Costco car, but surprisingly it's done quite well for me, and I'm quite happy with it. If you've ever cooked with the pocket rocket in a skillet, it gets stupid hot, stupid fast. So I might have burned these a little bit. I had to cut them in half so they would fit. And then what I'll do is put them back together in the bun. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm not much of a cook. If you have any wicked camp meals, be sure to share them with me. I would love to try it out. And you know what, if I have to go pick up a can stove and, you know, a frying pan to make a better meal, I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to try. So put it in the comments, some of your favorite meals, and maybe I'll give them a try. How about that? Some skillet hot dogs with a crazy awesome view. Sometimes I surprise myself, and I totally forgot that I packed a side for dinner. I get to enjoy some creamy mac and cheese on top of my hot dogs. It is not just a plain old dog night. We also get a little bit of a side, so I'm pretty excited about that if you can't tell. The gifts just keep on coming. Thank you, past me and future me, for forgetting. I'm gonna enjoy dinner now. In the true spirit of leave it better than you found it, I think I'm gonna make that fire pit. I think I received something called hot dog power, and it's inspired me to make one. So let's get to it. So given that I've set up camp here, I think I'm just gonna put it right in front of where I have my tarp set up. Let's start by digging the gloves out of the back here. Perfect. Okay, we got a little bit of a foundation. Let's go shopping for some rocks. Ooh, I really don't know if we're gonna find any out here. Yep, that's a rock.
You know what? This rocks. All right, we've managed to collect a pretty good assortment of rocks to start with. Let's go play Lego, put it together. That's a pretty good first layer. We'll get another one going and hopefully that'll be nice and good. You know what? I think that's a pretty good fire pit if I do say so myself. You know, I built it, but I actually have no intention of using it tonight. I'm not going to be having a fire tonight, but for the next person that comes here, I hope you enjoy that. Okay, it's about 8:30 or so. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of chill out, read for a bit, probably hop into bed in the next hour or two. I'm going to try and get up nice and early and get to my next spot for lunch, and it's still close to a 6-hour drive, so I'm hoping to get on the road by 7 and get out there around 1:30. So have a good night. We'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. Last night was pretty interesting. Around 11 p.m., 11:30, a huge windstorm came through. I was really worried about my tarp, so I took a corner of it down and just kind of tied it into the car. And the wind did have its way with it, kind of tore it all apart. But that is okay. It seems to be in good shape today. It's about 5:30 in the morning, so what I want to do is get camp packed up and head out to the Kelowna area where I was supposed to be meeting up with my friends. It's about a 6-hour drive still, so I'm hoping to get there between 12 and 1:30 or so, depending on stops along the way, like gas. And you know what? I'm gonna get some coffee on the road this morning, and I can't wait. So what we'll do is we'll get out there and make a day of it. It's kind of crazy how quickly the landscape changes. You know, roughly 2 hours ago, there was white peaked, snowy mountains, and now it's almost like a desert-y California type look. It's beautiful still, don't get me wrong, and in my quest of getting some sunshine, it's been nothing but sunny so far. I mean, my car is saying it's 22 degrees Celsius, so really looking forward to having a nice day, especially after last night's wind and rainstorm. So I'm going to continue this drive, and when we get there, empty my bladder and fill my heart. So it should be a good one. I gotta say, I took the back roads through Vernon and went through a little bit of the suburbs there, and you know, there was a couple cookie cutter spots, but it was a pretty beautiful town. I've heard a lot of people say it's kind of the ugly stepchild to Kelowna. I might disagree. I thought it looked pretty nice. But again, I'm not a resident, so don't trust me. Okay, I got the text of where I'm actually going, and it's called Island Lake Recreation Site, and it's just outside of Vernon. It looks like
there's 3 wreck sites kind of back to back to back out there. I'm about 40 minutes away, just going up some country roads here, and it's absolutely stunning, and the weather just keeps getting hotter and hotter the more I drive, which is exciting. Just as an FYI, if you ever do come up here, Aberdeen Lake Road is pretty rough. I'm not gonna say that an SUV can't do it, but you might struggle in a car. There's a lot of like deep pockets and ruts and whatnot, but if you take your time, I'm sure any vehicle could probably pull it off. Just a little bit more to go, and then I'll probably put the camera away. As I said, my friends are a little camera shy, and I do want to respect their privacy. You know, this, as I said earlier, is a bit of a decompress, and you know, it's about having fun with friends and not so much about filming. So I'll probably take a little bit of a video once I get to the site to show you what it looks like, so if you ever are in the area and you want to check it out. But other than that, I'm probably going to wrap it up here. Thanks for coming along. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying this, please like, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.